Well, greetings and welcome into Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 79 today. Thank you for being with us. Hope you had a terrific Christmas. Looking forward to New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and as much of that time clothes-free as possible. And now let's get to my interview with the very terrific JOE RIVES. So what's going on with the Florida region for the American Association for Nude Recreation? Membership going okay? Clubs doing well? And beaches? Anything you want to put out there? How you guys doing?
Things are going gangbusters. Our new board took our chairs in June, and we've raised revenue through membership to a level of last year. The association as a whole has had a series of downward trends. We've stabilized our enrollment and our membership, and now we're positioned for growth. And we're doing a lot of really cool things to attract and retain new members. One of which, Tampa Bay Free Beaches, is working hard to get a nude beach open near Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
St. Pete. That'll bring great opportunities. What's cool about a beach at that location is if you go to the beach, you've got to have somewhere to stay. In Pasco County, nearby, is the nudist capital of the world.
Yeah.
Well, pick your pleasure, and there's many opportunities out there. As president of our board, I'm doing a listening session with our clubs to hear what works, what doesn't work, and their great ideas. And then nationally, President Linda Weber charged me to lead a committee on modernizing our dues structure, simplifying it, and providing more access and opportunity. Stay tuned. Have me back in February, and I can tell you all the greatness that we're going to produce. I actually was Googling stuff the other day, and Pasco County came up as the unofficial nudist capital of the United States. So I think we win the prize, because if Dr. Google said it, it must be true.
We always say that if it's on the internet, it must be true. And so and since it's good news in this case for us, we'll accept it as the truth and just move on
Amen.
from there. All right. Again, JOE RIVES, the president of the American Association for Nude Recreation, the Florida region. JOE RIVES, go out there and have a great clothes-free day, sir. We'll talk again soon.
I'll follow the good doctor's orders. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Well, you're listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 79 today, and I think I hear some music. Do you hear music at all? Oh, yes. Yes, there it is. It can only mean one thing. It's time for the great, the terrific, the wildly over-the-top, fully clothes-free and smiling, our naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe. Do you have any plans yourself for New Year's Eve?
You know, I'm not, other than what we've done normally, I'm not a huge big New Year's Eve party goer. I used to be years ago, you know, stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning, have breakfast, then crash.
Oh,
but
wow, yeah.
not quite that way anymore. I really and truly do like just a quiet evening with friends at home and enjoy it. And
Yeah.
I think it's the best way to do it.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll have some clothes-free time during New Year's Eve or New Year's Day while you're watching football. I know you're a big football fan.
Yes.
All right. With that, Lisa Monroe, we are going to head for the hills. We will be here next week on January 4th for our listeners. We're not going away from New Year's.
No, we're not.
And with that, Lisa Monroe, have a great clothes-free week and a clothes-free New Year's. We'll see you next time.
Okay, Frank, you too. And just so everybody knows, I'm backing out of here today.
Well, and no complaints from the host. That's all I will say. We'd better go before one of us gets in trouble.
I think you're probably right.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Let's get to part 1 now of my interview with Chris from MUDWALKERS. He was on the show before for a brief interview. Now we have the full-length one, part 1 today, part 2 next week. All about Christian naturism. He hosts a video show, a vodcast. He does a podcast show. Let's get to it right now. Part 1 with Chris from MUDWALKERS.
Funny story. When I was 17, I was about the most passionate advocate of conventional modesty you could imagine.
Okay.
I wasn't just one that said, okay, ladies, it's not a sin for you to be immodest technically, but you are leading other people to sin, so please be compassionate. No, I thought they were sinning.
Yeah,
straight up.
Right.
Like, if you wear running shorts, you have sinned. You're a terrible person.
Yeah.
So at 17, I ended up accidentally in the country of Nicaragua for 3 months when I went down just for 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's a whole story unto itself. Ultimately, I was fine. Obviously, I'm here.
Yeah.
There was a missionary compound I was staying at for 2 weeks, and they asked me and my mom to stay and just kind of hold down the fort while they were gone for a couple of days. A couple of days turned out to be 3 months.
Wow.
So I was there with no internet access and this old rickety laptop that had Bible software on it. I had never had a searchable Bible before.
Yeah.
This was about to be a gold mine for me in setting up my beliefs directly on the Bible. I could just search terms for the first time and read everything the Bible had to say about a particular subject. So in deciding what to start with, I thought, oh, well, what could be more obvious than modesty?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wasn't. Oh, lots of my local friends think I'm the weirdest person that they know. For sure. I've told all my friends, like, listen, I get that we're really close. And I want to tell you, just come on in whenever you want to come by. Just come in. Don't even knock. No, I tell even my closest friends, just know that unless you want to see me with my pants off, you should knock first.
Yeah. That's basically the rule around here as well. Just always knock on the door. Don't just open the door and come in, or don't even walk around to the back of the house where my pool is. Just, give me a call, give me a text, and I'll meet you, and I'll have clothes on. I'm not that overly graphic about it, but as people have come to know, it's like, yeah, I better call him. I want to go see him. I better call him first. Yeah, come on over, no problem. Or I'll come to your house. I'll be there in 5 minutes. So sometimes it's just safer to be that way. The very terrific Chris from MUDWALKERS does his own podcast, does a vodcast, video shows all about Christian naturism. Check him out. His websites are in the show notes, and we thank Chris for his time today. And on next week's show, episode 80, part 2 of my interview with Chris from MUDWALKERS. Well, you've been listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 79 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked Nudists and Naturists.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked Nudists and Naturists. Have a great clothes-free day.